Now let's welcome John Pudner, president of Freedom and Family Action, former aide to President George W. Bush back in 2000. John, welcome back to the show. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, of course, all of this news follows on the heels of this remarkably successful, attack on the Iranian nuclear sites. So President Trump has got the wind behind him on this one, but he's making it clear to Putin he wants this war to end.
He does, and I think it's taken time, but he's got what most of us want, I think. The American taxpayer not footing the bill for this war, but us applying what we have, the weapons we've developed, making them available to pressure Putin into stopping, along with the with sanctions and now the tariffs. But that's it. We had to get from where there was a blank check anytime Ukraine asked, and Americans were just paying and depleting our own military sources to make the Europeans step up.
That's right, and they have stepped up indeed. I think everybody but one of the European countries agreed to up their spending in support of NATO to 5%. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head when it comes to Ukraine. Americans, they want the war to be over. Because they're tired of the senseless loss of life. And it's just a symbol of the weakness that we saw of the Joe Biden regime, where he appeared to roll out the red carpet for Putin's invasion. But also, look, we're $37 trillion in debt, and we've got to peel back spending, not dump more money into an ongoing war. So the fact that Europe is going to buy these weapons from us is key. And you touched on it here, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. She said this on X yesterday. She says, MAGA did not vote for more weapons to Ukraine. MAGA voted for no more U.S. involvement in foreign wars. And then one of my guest hosts, who does a great job on the show, David Noble, he replied to that saying, actually, MAGA voted for the candidate who bragged about giving Ukraine javelins while Democrats only sent blankets. MAGA voted for the candidate who dropped a Moab and killed Soleimani. And to make the point that, no, Donald Trump has always been about peace through strength, and he wants this war to end. But look, if Putin's just going to throttle down and not end this war, Donald Trump made it clear last year on the campaign trail that if Putin's going to step it up, he's going to step it up.
That's right. And the difference with Biden, and I think Rick Grinnell, who was Trump cabinet first time, said it best, has worked with us in the past. The Biden administration handed Ukraine a blank check while our own reserves were running dangerously low. And that's the other part of this. Not only were we building our debt, but we were running out of stuff. And even critics of Trump, like General Mark Miley, certainly one of his biggest enemies in there, he was sounding the alarm halfway through the Biden administration, saying we are dangerously low. He actually says we've given away a significant portion of our inventory. We need to replenish. So the peace through strength, you have to have the weapons people assume America has, and we were depleting our own military reserves, running up debt on people, and that's all the stuff Trump's ended. He said, hey, we have the technology. As you said, we're happy to be a source of peace through strength, but it's not going to be on the back of American taxpayers.
What a remarkable first 6 months. I know Speaker Johnson, I think yesterday, was talking about how President Trump has delivered now the most successful first 6 months of any president, I believe is what Speaker Johnson said. Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, but I think he said on Hannity last night that he believes Trump may have outpaced FDR with what FDR was able to get through in his first 6 months. Your thoughts?
I think that's absolutely right. And, I think when people were depressed over 2020, think of how much better this has played out. If you're going to have two Trump terms, for him to see that there were, from the first term, there were people who cared about nothing but trying to make him unsuccessful. For them, that was more important than the country. And to come back with a plan 4 years later and just say, we're just going to overwhelm them. We're going to go after the agenda of all the things that need to be done. And they're going to be taking shots at me, President Trump, speaking here. They're going to just try to tear me down on what I do. We're going to try to accomplish everything we need to accomplish, and the pace has been blistering.
That's right. Well said. John Pudner, great to have you back on Montana Talks. Thanks for your time this morning.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it.